by today's title, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of what my man and I did for Valentine's Day. While I get ready, because I got to go pick up my son after this, but yeah, so getting into that, so we actually didn't do nothing on the weekend of Valentine's Day because Valentine's landed on Monday this year. So I honestly I fucked myself over, like, because maybe it's TMI, but I'm lactose intolerant, girl. I'm lactose intolerant, and for I don't know what reason, I freaking stuffed myself on the Friday before Valentine's on Monday. So I freaking stuffed myself with queso fresco on my dinner. I don't even know why I did that, knowing damn well I can't handle stuff like that, but I did it. I did it. So basically that whole weekend, like, I was not feeling good. Like, I was not in the mood, or I shouldn't say the mood, but I just didn't feel good to go anywhere that weekend. And I told my man, like, you know, let's just stay home. Yeah, we were home watching movies, you know, playing with the kids here, having fun with the kids here, you know. Then Monday was Valentine's Day, and I honestly didn't expect my man to get me anything because I was just waiting for the next weekend to come because that's when we planned to go out, you know. So I honestly didn't expect him to, like, get me anything. I low-key, I'm not, like, how could you say, like, I don't, how could I say it without sounding like, oh, fucking weird, like I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, like, if you don't get me something, like, I'm gonna be pissed, or, like, you know, like, I'm gonna take it to heart or whatever. Like, no, like, I'm the type of person, like, if you get me something and, like, I told you not to, you know, but you still do it. But what's it called? Like, yeah, like, I'm not the type of person to be like that. So I really didn't expect him to get nothing for me. Like, I was just home with the kids, and we just made little cards with Anthony, you know, because, like, I wanted him to do something, you know, for that day, since he didn't have school for Valentine's Day for some reason, which I don't know why they didn't have school on Valentine's Day. Anyways, so he actually came home early that day from work. Like, I literally got out the shower and I was like, in my head, like, I need to start making dinner because he's gonna come home in like an hour. He'll be home, you know. So I get out the shower, I change or whatnot, and girl, like, I didn't even hear the door open. Like, we have a, what is it called? We have an alarm, a house alarm or whatever. So every time you open any of the doors here, like, there's a beeping sound, you know, like beep, 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 or whatever. Like, I didn't even hear that. That's how freaking deaf I am. What's it called? But I didn't even hear that. So I literally am opening the room door because I just changed, you know, and my man is standing there with Anthony, like, and I was like, oh shit, like, oh no, like, I didn't make dinner. Like, that's all that came to mind. Like, I was like, fuck, like, I haven't made dinner. And Anthony's all happy, smiling, and my man's all cheesing it. Like, if you know him, you'll know he'll be like, you know, with his cheesy smile. That's how I remember him when we met, by the way. But yeah, he's all smiling. He had nothing in his hand, so I honestly didn't even, like, think anything. I didn't, like, nothing, you know. So Anthony's the one that's like, Mom, come here, come on, come to the living room. And I was like, you know, I didn't think much of it either, because typically when my man comes home from work, we eat dinner, and after that we chill, you know, we watch TV, we watch our shows. If Anthony has homework, he does homework or whatnot. And then after that, he wants to play something, so we'll play with him for a little bit before we tell him to go in the shower and, like, get ready for bed, you know. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like coming over here, just worrying about trying to make dinner. Girl, I'm over here worried about making dinner. And I walk into the kitchen and I see, so it was like my man walked in front, then Anthony, then me and the baby. So I'm like, you know, walking, and I turn into the kitchen or whatever, and my man's holding the flowers, like a bouquet of flowers, and I was like, oh my god, like low key, I'm not even gonna lie, I felt like tearing up. Like I am such a freaking crybaby. I literally will cry for the littlest things. But anyways, I freaking, you know, he's all smiling, and he hands me a bouquet of flowers, and then I look on the table, girl, like that's when I seen the little cake, like a little chocolate mousse cake. I was like, ooh, my favorite. But yeah, like I seen it, you know, and I was like, oh my god, you know, like I was like, oh, like thanks, babe, you know, like and whatnot, and I was all happy. Because I really wasn't expecting nothing. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, he wasn't gonna get me anything. He's not like that. Like, he is like that. So I got all happy, you know, that he got me something, you know. Cause I feel like he didn't really have to get me anything, you know, but he still did. So yeah, you know, who wouldn't get all like excited and happy? Like, girl, doesn't matter if you say you don't like flowers or you don't want flowers, like, you know you want some damn flowers. So I was just like happy that he got me something. And yeah, so we chilled after that, like usual, you know, watched our shows. I ate some of their little cake after dinner, and we were watching TV. And that's how pretty much our Valentine's Day went, that actual Valentine's Day. So we didn't really do much because I was still low-key not really feeling well, feeling good, and not like any crazy stuff. I just really had a stomach ache. So I didn't feel comfortable going anywhere. Like I said, maybe it's TMI, but girl, I learned after that. Well, I always say that, honestly. Even my man tells me, like, you always say you won't do it no more, and you always end up eating something like with milk. So yeah, so for the weekend after that, we basically went out the weekend after that because we thought, you know, Valentine's Day weekend passed, so there's all the places that we would want to go aren't gonna be packed, you know. But little did we know, I didn't notice that the Monday after that was gonna be President's Day. So that means people take that day off or don't have work or whatever, so they go out, you know. But we didn't know. So basically the next weekend comes and we decide that we want to do an us day. So by an us day means just me and him, because if you guys know us personally, like everywhere we go with our kids, so we always go together, you know. We always go everywhere as a little family. Like, there's rare times where you guys will just see me and him, you know. But yeah, so there's rare times where you guys will just see us too, because we literally go everywhere together, you know. So we just decided, like, that day, like, you know, we'll go by ourselves. So basically we had my mom watch the kids for the day, and we went to Frisco. So we went to San Francisco, and I honestly thought that the kids were gonna be a little sad, but girl, our kids didn't even give no fucks that day. Because on the way there, they were both asleep, so they both fell asleep on the way there. And I thought they were gonna wake up and be kind of like sad, you know, especially our little one. We thought he was gonna cry or something seeing us leave. Girl, he didn't care. The minute he woke up and my mom grabbed them and he seen my stepdad and my brother in the garage, he was like, deuces, like, you guys can leave, like, I don't care. Which in a way was good, because I always feel bad. You know that mom guilt when you like leave your kids and they're just staring at you leave and they're like low-key crying, you know? So I feel bad, but that day he was all happy. He was like pretty much like, oh, go ahead, you know, I don't care if you guys leave or not. Like, I'm with grandma. So yeah, and then Anthony, my oldest, the minute we got there, he was like, he said hi to everybody in the garage, runs in the house because my mom tells him that my little nephew's gonna come over, you know, and he was like, oh, Ronnie and Brianni's are coming over. And my mom's like, well, I don't know if Brianni's is coming, you know, but I know Ron is coming. Like, your Tio Nana just went to go get him. So he runs in the house, like, he just says bye to us, you know, and pretty much he's all like, whatever, like, you guys could leave. Like, both of them were just like, whatever. We were like happy because I feel low-key bad sometimes when, like, you know, you leave them and they're just staring at you leave. So I was happy that they were happy to be there. So we leave, you know. On the way to San Francisco, it wasn't packed. Literally wasn't, like, no traffic, like, for us to be like, oh man, it's gonna be packed. So that's when we were like, whatever, you know, it's gonna be good, like, it's not gonna be all packed. Girl, the minute we got into San Francisco, that's when we were like, what the hell is going on? Like, what? Like, why is there so many people here? Because we were literally in traffic for a while. I feel like low-key that whole day we were like in traffic more than in the actual little spots that we were at. But I still enjoyed it. I still had fun, you know, just being me and him. And you know, we were like, why is there so many people? So out of nowhere, you know, it just pops up into mind that it's President's Day weekend. So obviously there was gonna be a lot of people out there because, what's it called? People don't have work on Monday. So not everybody, but most people don't have work on Monday. So we got there and we were like, oh my god. And we came because supposedly there was gonna be no people. You know, it was gonna be packed. Little did we know though, it was packed as hell. So we get there, you know, and the first place we go to is Pier 39 because I had told my man I was craving those little donuts there. I forgot what that place is actually called, but I'll place a little clip here. If you know, you know, the little donuts. Thanks, bud.
They might not make it to the park.
You know. Every time you go to Frisco, you gotta get these little donuts. Those things are freaking bomb. But before we got our donuts, we wanted to snack on something. And honestly, I feel like our go-to snack is like calamari. There's something like that. So he got calamari for us, and we snacked on it. We got some drinks, which I'll also put a little clip here. The first snack. I love that one. I'm just gonna, not this one. Sitting down, you know, enjoying our snack. And after that, we went walking. You know, we went walking around, taking pictures. The ship, I know. I was like, wait, what do you, what?
Huh?
In my head, I was like, wait. Having little conversations, which I loved because I feel like it just reminded me of like when we met, when we would like hang out, you know, with it, when we didn't have our kids, you know. So to me, it was just really nice. And after we walked a little bit, you know, we went and got in line to get our little donuts. And girl, like those donuts are fire. Like I 10/10 recommend getting those donuts when you're there as a dessert because they just melt in your mouth when, because they're like freshly made, you know, so they're warm, like they're little, like I don't know, I just think they're freaking fire. But yeah, you know, he got me my little donut cravings. And you know, we continued to walk around and you know, enjoy the day. And then after that, he asked me, you know, like, oh, where do you want to go eat? And I was just like, you know what? Let's go to Rockefeller, I think that's what it's called, which is right there in Pier 39 too. And he low-key just stared at me like, are you sure? And then I was like, you know what? You know what? I was like, I've been craving like some bomb-ass food. Like, let's go get some Chef Smelly. It was something kind of like this, but over garlic noodles and prawns on top. And if you know what Chef Smelly's is, then girl, you know. But that place is in Oakland, okay? So if you're ever in Oakland, go. I 10/10 recommend go try that place too because that place is fire. Some people may say, oh, it's a little pricey or whatever, but honestly, I feel like the price or the food is just worth it because it's not like they give you a little serving. Like, I'm telling you that one platter thing will feed like 1 to 3 people and possibly even 4 depending how much you eat normally, you know, because it's a lot of food. Like, I'm telling you, it's a lot of food because we went there before, and the first time we went we had our kids, you know, so it was 4 of us, but we didn't know how much food it was, like, or how much food came with in the little platter thing, you know. So my man got himself a platter. He ordered me my own platter, and then he ordered another thing for the kids. So if you have gone there before, like, you know that is a lot of food already. But we didn't know. We really didn't know how much food there was gonna be in the thing, you know. So after that, we were like, oh yeah, like one of these things can feed both of us, possibly even all of us. It was just me and him, so he got one thing, and he got a second thing, which was macaroni, but it was like a loaded type of macaroni, which we just wanted to like try because it was mainly for the kids. But girl, when we started eating our food, like, we got freaking full right away. But I feel like we got full hecka fast too because we had been snacking on stuff already, you know, like calamari before that, and then the donuts, like, yeah. But you know, since it was mainly for the kids, you know, we didn't really care, like, oh, you know, it's gonna waste or whatever. No, like, it was really for the kids. I'm telling you guys, if you guys ever go to Oakland, don't know where to eat, and you guys want to try some fire stuff, go to Chef Smelly's. What's it called? But yeah, so we went, and then we were honestly we planned on eating there, but when we got there, like, there was no parking, like no parking. So we were like, you know what, this place is probably packed. Let me just order the food and we're going somewhere else. Back with the food, and he was like, you know what, we should have just ate here, like, it's not packed today. But tell me why we always get there on time, like when there's no one there, and then when we get there, like hella people start coming for some reason. Or maybe it's just me, but that's something I noticed, like when we go somewhere and it's not packed, and then when we get there it's like people start getting there. So I always tell them, dang, we always get here on a good time, like when it's not crazy lines, you know. But anyways, he was like, you know what, we already ordered it to go, screw it, you know, let's go eat somewhere else. And we went to a little lake, which is there in Oakland too. I forgot the name of it, to be honest. I do not know what it was called, but it's surrounded by like little lights, you know. And I don't know, the scenery to me was just really beautiful. Like it was really beautiful. I enjoyed it. We were eating in the car, talking, you know, making jokes as always, having a good time, you know. I know some people might end up being like, wow, that's all you guys did, like how lame or how boring or whatever. But honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Like, to me, that day was beautiful. Not just because what we did, but because we had our time, you know, us time. Like, because like I said, everywhere we go, honestly, we're always with our kids. We're not really the type of people that, you know, oh, we're gonna go drop off our kids at grandma's house every weekend or whatever. Like, no. Which, don't come for me, because I'm not talking smack about people that do that, you know. Everybody's different. That's just how we are, you know. We go everywhere with our kids. And it's rare when we have someone like grandma of either side of the family, you know, take care of the kids while we go somewhere. Cause I always get that mom guilt every time. I don't know. It's just like as a mom thing. That once I leave the kids somewhere, I'm like, oh my God, like I feel bad. Like, why did we leave them or whatever? But you know, we had our time. And it was already late. Well, to us it was late because we still had to drive home like another hour, an hour and a half. Aside from like 40 minutes from Oakland to where my mom lives, it was 40 minutes or so. And then aside from that, you add on like another hour or so to get home. So we're like, you know what? We ate, you know, we had fun and whatnot. Let's start heading home. Well, let's start heading to go pick up the kids and head home, you know. And I was like, you know, like that sounds good, you know. So we started heading over to my mom's house to pick up the kids or whatnot. And like once we get there, like we get the kids, you know, we say bye. And we head home. So the kids pass out on the way home because they must have had a blast, you know. So they're both like crashed out in the back. But it's hella funny. Oh snap. It's hella funny because every time we're like halfway, like Anthony wakes up and he's like, oh, you know, I'm hungry. And we're like, oh, don't worry, like we got food for you guys. When you get home, we'll warm it up for you. So he's like, all right, you know. So he like literally goes back to sleep. And once we get home, first thing he says when we get home is, oh, like, you know, I'm hungry. Can I have food? And we warm up the food. Basically, he was like, oh, you guys went here? What? Because we didn't tell him where we were going, just because we already kind of low-key felt bad that we weren't taking them with us, you know. But like he already knew. He was like, oh, you guys went to San Francisco, you guys got this food, oh my God. But he wasn't like mad about it or sad about it. He was just like, dang, like you guys went to go get this fire food, like. And so, you know. And then he was all happy, you know, that basically we got them food too. And he just ate some, and then after he ate, because he only ate a little bit, honestly. and then he went to sleep, you know. And the next day, that's the first thing he woke up to. He was like, oh my god, like warm up the food, I want some or whatever. And you know, since it was hella food, like I'm saying, like they have hella food in that platter. So there was leftovers from our plate and from their plate. So I honestly didn't even make food the next day. I just was like, you know, we're having leftovers because first of all, that food is fire, so I'm still gonna eat some, you know. But yeah, I didn't make dinner the next day. I just made breakfast basically. And then for dinner or whatever, lunch, whatever you want to call it, we ate the leftovers. That's pretty much what we did, you know, for our Valentine's Day. I know, like I said, I know some of you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, that's all you guys did, but I'm telling you, to me, that was a great day. To me, I freaking loved it because, like I said, it was an us time day. It just reminded me of like when we met, you know, me and him, like when we had no babies, when we would like hang out and like literally go out and eat and just like joke around, you know, like have random ass conversations, you know. I enjoy everything, like little things matter to me, you know. So even if it's like just us going to the park with our kids or whatever, like to me that is freaking awesome. Just because he works during the week, he comes home kind of late, so we only get a couple hours to hang out at like during the week, you know. And then the kids go to sleep early too because, you know, my oldest has school too. So, you know, to us this is like fun, you know, because not just that, how could you say it, basically, you know, we're enjoying our time together and our kids have fun, you know. They love it, they enjoy it, and that's all that matters to us. It's like that they enjoy it, you know. So, you know, that was pretty much what we did, guys. And then the Monday for President's Day, he didn't have work, so we ended up going fishing. My man goes with his friend to fish, and he takes Anthony with him, and like, girl, Anthony has a blast. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, it's just about having bonding time, you know, with them. And just in general, like, you and your partner have like some time alone. Like, personally, that's what I think. Not everybody thinks the same, but it's like about the memories you make with your kids, the memories you make with your partner. Yeah, things that you might buy or whatever too, but to me, it's more about the memories that you make. And my man too. So that's one thing that I love about us, that we're not materialistic, I guess you could say. We focus more on what type of memories we're gonna give our kids, or that our kids are gonna like remember, you know. Like fishing, like Anthony, he loves fishing. Every time he sees my man bring out the tackle box or whatever the thing is called and the fishing rod, he's like, hell yeah, like, we better have a blast. So that's what we care about, you know. And also that the kids go outside more instead of just being on an iPad or a phone stuck, you know, on a phone. Because nowadays I feel like kids don't really go outside. It's rare when you see kids outside. So yeah, you know, you gotta try to do like things that are gonna have them do activities, you know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish up putting my eyelashes on or whatever, and probably fix my hair a little bit because I gotta go pick up my son right now. And I'll go ahead and put a picture of the final look. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I know I wasn't saying any of the products I was using just because I'm kind of like low-key rushing because I don't want to be late to pick up my baby. So yeah, I'll do that next time maybe. But yeah, I apologize for that. It was mostly just me telling you guys, you know, sharing with you guys what we did. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. You guys can always leave comments on what you guys want to watch next, or I don't know, maybe your favorite part or what you guys did for Valentine's Day. I would love to see what you guys did for Valentine's Day, what you guys got. See you guys next time. So bye guys.